Hi everybody, I wanted to go over some of the final exam review for you. I'm going to put this in 2 or 3 videos depending on how much time each problem takes. So let's start with number 1. You'll notice you have y to the 7th divided by y to the negative 3. Now over here in my work area on the side, you'll notice I have the rules for multiplying and dividing exponents. When they have the same base, like they have the same letter or the same number, if you're multiplying them, like I have x to the a times x to the b, the exponents, I just add them, a plus b. Over to the side, I have x to the a divided by x to the b. If they're dividing, I subtract them. So problem number 1, I would do, my answer is x to the something. I would do 7 minus negative 3. Now, if you remember, when I have a minus, I can change that to plus as long as I change the next number. The sign, actually. So I'd have 7 plus positive 3, which equals 10. So my answer would be 7 to the 10 power. The 10 power. Okay. I am going to jump to number 3 first, because I think that would be a little bit more pertinent. So we have write, I think that's 3 billion. Write that big old number in scientific notation. So when you do that, you look at all the non-zero digits. So in this case, it would be 3, 5, 2, and 9. Make sure that you have one digit to the left of the decimal. So I would have 3.529. Then I have times 10, and now I need to find the power. So you need to ask yourself first, is this a large number or small number? It's a large number, so I'm going to get a positive exponent. It's a little easier for me if I do this for the exponent. So we come down to where the decimal is now and do the number of jumps until you get to 3.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 jumps, so it would be to the 9th power. Okay, that was actually problem 3. Now I'm going to do problem 4 and then jump back to problem 2. So problem 4 says write that in scientific notation, whatever that number is. So you do the same thing. You do 3.27 times 10 to the something power. Then ask yourself, is it large or is it small? That's a very small number. So I'm going to have a negative answer. So I'll come over where my decimal is and move it however many jumps to 3.27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it would become a negative 6 power. Okay, let's jump back up to number 2. It says number 4, but it's number 2. Multiply and simplify. So you've got 3 different things there. You need to do 2 at a time, multiply them, and then do the third one. Doesn't really matter which one you do. So when we multiply, we just multiply first the numbers, the 3.23 times 2.5, and that's going to give us, I'll jump in a calculator, and I've got 3.23 times 2.5 gives me 8.075. Okay. Then we jump over to the, I shouldn't have put that there. we jump over to the 10 power. You've got 10 to the 4 times 10 to the negative 7. So that means 10 plus negative 7. So I would get 10, and I'll put my power here. 10 to the negative 7, or 7 minus 4 gives me negative 3. So I get 8.07 times 10 to the negative 3. Okay, now we need to take that answer and multiply it by the 5.6. So I'll come down here, get rid of the number 5 since we're still on this problem, and we'll start with 8.075 times 5.6. And that gives us, do my calculator, 8.075 times 5.6 gives us 45.22 times 10, and I'm going to go ahead and put that there. Now I need to go to my exponents. I have up here negative 8 times negative 3. So that basically means negative 8 plus a negative 3, which gives us 8, 9, 10, 11, negative 11. But you'll notice that's not our answer that we have up here, because we don't have the number. We need to put that decimal in the correct place. So the rule is, we'll put the answer in first, 4.522 times 10 to the something power. If I move the decimal to the left in my final answer, then my final answer will be greater. So I'm going from negative 11 to negative 10, and I've got my answer. Okay, now divide and write the answer. I'm going to have to open this up a little bit. So, actually I'll have to move this over a little bit. That will work better. So I think we're on problem 5. Yep, we're on problem 5. And let me scroll this up a little bit. Problem 5 says 16,000 divided by 25 billion, I think it is, or something. You could put that in a calculator and you'd get point something something. But this is write it in scientific notation first. So I'm going to write the first one in scientific notation. I have 1.6 times 10, and then I ask myself, large or small? It's large, so it'll be a positive number. So I come over here and I make my jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4 jumps. So it's a positive 4 power. Now, so that I'm going to put divided by this way, so I can do the next one. So it'll be on the same line. So that number is large, so it's going to be 2.56 times 10. And again, I said it's large, so it's going to be a positive number, but it's going to be pretty big. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 jumps. 10. Okay, and I should have put this in parentheses. So let me get that guy in there. Whoop, sorry about that. That was pretty loud. Okay, so now I'll just do the problem very similar to what I did, I think at problem 2. I'll start off with, I'll do 1.6 divided by 2.56. So there's my calculator. I'll do 1.6 divided by 2.56, and I get 0.625 times 10. Now since I'm dividing, I'm going to subtract. So I have 4 minus 10, and that would become a negative 6. Okay, like the previous one, I cannot have this decimal here. I need to move it and then change this to a negative something else. Now, in the previous problem, when I moved my decimal to the left once, I made the exponent bigger. So here I'm going to move it to the right. So I'll have 6.25 times 10. Okay, so let's go back to what we had previous over here. I moved my decimal to the left. I made the exponent bigger. Here I'm going to move my decimal to the right. I'll make my exponent smaller. Okay, so I know that's going to be really tough to remember, but I hope you can do your best with it. So let's go on to number 7. Let's hope you get a number, number 6. Maybe I missed one in there. Oh, I missed number 6. Okay. I was looking at number 7 down there. Okay, find the quotient. So I will start off with, this one is set up distinctly right away, so 2.6 divided by, I have to do this, 1.04. This is something you obviously do in your calculator, the calculator on your screen, that is. So I have 2.6 divided by 1.04. And I get, let's put equals, 2.5. Now what's good about that, that is in exponent scientific notation format. So when I get my answer, I can leave it like that. Now I put times 10 to the something power. When I look, I have negative 4 minus negative 5. I'm going to do this down here. Negative 4 minus, oh, my 4 didn't show up. Negative 4 minus negative 5. So what really happens is I have negative 4 plus positive 5. So negative 4 plus a positive 5 is a 1. A 1 power. So we have 2.5 times 10 to the, well, we'll say first power, not the 1th power. Okay, number 7. Number 7 is pretty straightforward. I'm not even going to type that for you. You can see it's 4 to the something power, or 6 power times 4 to the 9th power. All we did was add those two and get 4 to the 15th power. Now, if it asked for an actual answer, I would hope that you would have a power button on your calculator, because that's going to be a big number. Okay, I'm going to stop this video at this point. The next one will be the rest of the exam. Thanks.